Today, our viewer has asked if you have any advice on how long it might take before being a vegan feels normal. They've mentioned that it seems like so many people think that they're the weird one for not eating animal products.
Well, what a beautiful question. What a powerful question. How appropriate as you're wearing that shirt that says, don't eat the homies. Your homie is the people you live with back at home there, the people you care about. And of course, what that's implying, the animals are in our home as well. The word, we have dominion over the animals. Dominion comes from the same word, domestic, domicile. It's in your home, it's your house. So the animals are, there are fellow creatures in our home as well. So how long does it take before it becomes feels normal? Well, this is a matter of your whole being. This is a matter of your spiritual growth. And once you get to that point where you know the truth of the violence it takes to put any piece of meat on the plate there, from a lamb, a calf, a cow, a chicken, it's not an issue in your own heart. Start with that. Once you know, and it's a settled matter, I'm not going to pay for the death of these beautiful animals. I'm not going to eat their flesh. That's not an issue anymore for me. Never crosses my mind. So once you get to that point of certainty, of just knowing, that's step one. At that point, then it's how does that interact with the people around you? And if it's a settled fact with you, then you can just radiate that out in your ass. There's no matter of convincing people. Very few of us were raised as vegans, and you have to have compassion. I ate meat for 33 years before I became vegan. I can't wag my finger at people. I know what it's like to sleep that sleep, and just we Homo sapien creatures have the ability to just bring the curtain down, draw that Venetian blind down on our hearts and the truth that fried chicken, we just don't think about what's really involved and the death and violence allowed that. And humans do that. And so if it's your family or your friends, and they are still caught by their desires to have that taste of flesh in their mouth, they haven't woken up yet. They're still asleep. And like any sleeping person, have compassion for them, but really trust the process. They'll wake up when they do, or they won't. And your loving example will be part of the way in which they wake up by them asking you, and you provide a loving answer very patiently. And you don't have to go into great detail. Why don't you eat meat? Well, as Dr. Doug Lisle says, just answer, works for me. That's all you have to say. You're a grown person. You don't know anybody, any apologies, any explanation. It's nobody's business what you have for lunch. The truth of it is you can eat what you want. And if they're sincerely asking, you can explain. And if they're trying to be antagonistic, just say it works for me and get on with your lunch there. And just let the love and the centeredness of your being be the answer there. You're a being of true peace if you're really vegan. Well, that should come out in your answers as well. Now, that works easier if you're an independent adult like I am. If you're a 16-year-old girl in a family where you've got to be eating with mom and dad, and they're eating their steak and their chops every night, and your older brother is making fun of you, and you're eating rabbit food, and you're stuck in that situation. And it's a bit of a horror show to see them eating these pieces of animals as you're sitting there. That is a more challenging situation, and I have compassion for everybody at that table, because the people eating the animal flesh don't realize the harm they're doing both to themselves and to the animals and the world. And it's difficult for the vegan person to sit there. So what do? You love them is what you do. Yes, I'm in this situation now. It's not going to last forever. I'm going off to college. I can eat what I want. And be as present as you can. Just focus on that lovely plate of spaghetti in front of you there, or the rice and veggies that you made or you had your mom make, and just focus. You don't have to look at the meat being consumed. Through your meal, and either sit there and enjoy the conversation with your family afterwards, but don't make it a point of tension and conflict. It doesn't lead anywhere, and it doesn't help the animals, doesn't help you. So just be present, be loving as best you can, and this too shall pass. You're not always going to be in that situation, and it's not for you to convert people. It's for you to set a good example and to love the people around you, and that will be your statement. And so how long does it take before being vegan feels normal? It should feel normal to you as soon as your heart settles on, yes, I'm vegan now, and I don't eat animals. That's the only normal you need to know. The abnormality around you, that's the abnormality. It's not you that's abnormal there. So I have a family that the older brother's still eating meat. So the mom makes spaghetti sauce, puts in lots of vegetables, spoons it out for her, puts the pasta and spaghetti sauce for her daughter, her vegan daughter, before putting in the meatballs into it for her husband and her other son. And so she's eating the spaghetti sauce without the meatballs. He's eating with the meatball. Enjoy the spaghetti dinner. At this point, that's the best way to play it. No need to make unnecessarily conflict. And everybody's growing at the rate they grow. Give them the compassion and the space to do their growing. Just love them. Love is always the answer, as the Beatles told us. All we need is love. Really true at the dinner table there. So you be the example. Everything will get better from there.
Well, that was a very, very lovely answer, and I hope that is helpful to everyone viewing today. So thank you so much for sharing that wisdom with us.
You're welcome. Don't eat the homies.
Don't eat the homies. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Take care. Hi, everyone. Dr. Michael Klaper here, announcing our new format for our Q&A with Dr. K. Annie Hagen will be asking me one question that's been sent in by our viewers. So if you want to see if your question is getting answered, do join us for our Q&A with Dr. K right here. Hope to see you then.